Good morning, guys. MWUSA Season 4, Episode 255. It is early Wednesday morning, my last full day here, and I'm going down to check out this idea I have about this game. I'm actually going to try to do 4 or 5 sessions today, keep track of them, and really see whether or not I have a handle on it. And we'll go from there. I don't know if I'll sleep here tonight or not, since my flight leaves so early in the morning, and my flight's at 7 a.m. I have to return a rental car. It's over an hour drive there, and it's a big airport. I think what I may do is sleep a little bit till like 1 or 2 in the morning, and then go drive to Denver and rest in the car for a little bit longer, return the car at like 5 a.m., and then head to the airport. So I just don't want to miss my flight, and the airport is so huge. When I arrived, it was like gate 105 or something that I arrived at. So it's definitely a huge place, and I don't want to miss my flight. I do have a meeting tomorrow night, and I can't miss that. If I miss my flight, this airline does not run consistent flights, so it might be a day or longer before I can get home. So yesterday was okay. We made money. I don't even know. Let me look, but none of that's important because it wasn't great. It was 2, 3, 5, 4, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like $800 yesterday for a whole day of walking around, and tons and tons and tons of steps. Last 2 days has definitely been a lot of walking. I'm going to look here, but it's just been ridiculous. And it's just, yesterday was 15,500. Let's see. Oh, I hate these stupid things. Anyway, it's giving me all these awards. Yesterday, 15,500. The day before, 20,200. Hopefully today will not be that many steps. If this works out, I can play a little back to the room, play a little back to the room, and we'll see. So right now, we're going to try for session 1, and I'll be back to update you. All right, guys, I am back. Just finished my first session. 19 minutes, and actually went way better than expected. It worked much better than I expected, to the point where I was nervous because with this game, you can't just sit down for a minute and get up because you have the possibility of winning something, and you have to wait to see if you won or not. So you have to go all the way through, and I got nervous because I was starting to win so much so fast, even though my bet amount was so low. At a $50 bet amount for 19 minutes, I ended the session ahead $1,225. Now, can't get excited. Could be variance, could be nothing. I don't know. Yesterday, it was working out just like that. I had a session where I started way down. I was down about 2,000 and made it all the way back and ended up leaving slightly ahead. And I just wanted to get out of there because when it came so fast. But now I think I have a handle on it. So right now I'm across the street walking into Monarch. I'm going to take a lap here and go back, see if there's somebody different there, and maybe start over again and just take it one step at a time. So right now, first session, don't know if it's variance or not, plus $1,225. I'll be back. All right, guys, I am back. By the way, I just want to say, Monarch, your logo is terrible. Doesn't look like a butterfly. Looks like a ghost. Anyway, sure, I'm not the first one to say that. Went in here, looked around, and found a play that I've never played before. It's a machine that I've seen on YouTube that I believe is beatable. I'm not positive about it, 95% sure, but people have given such horror stories about it. I've never played it, never even had the opportunity. I may have figured out the proper way to play it. I tested it out. It seems to have worked. We'll need more data. But I ended the session ahead $108, so plus 108 more. That's the only thing that I played. Everything else was cleaned out as expected early in the morning. And I just want to say, the game that I'm hoping I've figured out the solution for can be fixed easily. If I'm right, the solution to my method can be fixed very easily. So I need to, if it works, continue to hit it as often as I can, even if it means coming out weekly. I don't know yet. I've got less than 24 hours here, so I got to find a way to make as much as I can and then schedule another visit as soon as I can. But the most important thing is making sure that it's not just variance. So anyway, before I left the room, man, I said a little prayer. Please, give me guidance, let me do the right things, and let me have that wisdom, and we'll see here. So we're going to go back in, and if it's possible, we're going to try another session and see what happens with that, and then I'll be back. All right, guys, I am back. All right, this time I had another session. I can't go back right now, it's closed, but had another session, 45 minutes long, and ended the session ahead $1,907. Now I'm getting scared. I'm really getting worried because also while I was there, and I've had a rough trip as it is, while I was there, I had somebody come up behind me with a radio, and then I had another person come up behind me with a cell phone. It's like I've had two good sessions, and so first chance I got, I made my exit, but I don't think they were there for me. I think something else was going on, but just to be safe. So now it's like, how do you do it? Table's now not available anyway, so that's not a problem anymore. So I need to wait maybe till it's available again, and then I don't know, what do I do? Do I need to get other people to come with me? Do you pound it until it's gone? Seems like it's been around for a while, and just people didn't notice it, and there's a very simple thing they can do to fix it. So I just got to figure out how to address it. So it doesn't matter much anyway. This is my last day anyway, so I've got probably 12 hours to figure out what to do and make a little bit of money before I have to leave. So that's what's going on right now, and I'll be back to update you. All right, guys, I am back. It is morning now, and beautiful morning, looks like. And we're going to see what we can do today, keep improving on what we've done. Last night had some good sessions, and I believe we can build on that, maybe find other places to do this and make money. Right now we're going to go play some more slots. I just had one short session a little bit ago and ended that one up 360. So plus 360, and we're moving on to another spot, and I'll be back to update you. All right, guys, I am back. So let me update you on what's happened. Let me see here. I did lose a little bit. I met with my friend, and that was at Monarch. Blah, blah, blah. So I got to put down Monarch here. And I told you that there was a new game, and I played it for the first time this morning, and I won 108 on it. And this afternoon, I played it for the second time with my friend and lost 103 on it. So that pretty much evened that out. And then we went to, we looked around there for a while and just talked about the different machines we play and stories and things like that. And that was all fun. And then we walked over to the Horseshoe, and I showed him some things, and he showed me some of the poker stuff that he does, which is amazing. I mean, I know poker people think what they do is boring, but I think it's awesome. So the only call when I'm recording, so I apologize, guys. That's only the second call I've gotten all day. So then we went to Horseshoe and looked at stuff together, and he showed me some of the poker stuff. the video poker, and then we went to Lady Luck and looked around there, and then he found a play at Lady Luck that he wanted to play, and I'm like, okay, cool, I'll watch you play it. And he was nice enough to offer me half, and I'm like, okay, I'll take half. It was $8 to spin, and actually hit pretty quickly within less than 100 spins, and we ended up ahead $2,103. So that's 1,050 to each of us. So plus 1,050 from that, and I really appreciate it. And right now he needs to go to the post office. He actually took an Uber from Denver to here. So I'm just going to drive him to the post office. We'll probably go check out a couple other casinos since we're already in the car, and then come back tonight and hopefully play my other stuff that I want to do. And that'll be it. So around 1 or 2 in the morning, I'm probably going to leave here and head to Denver, get fuel in the car, and return the car and get to the airport early because my flight leaves at 7. So in fact, I probably should have checked in and I didn't. So anyway, that's what's going on right now, and I'll be back to update you soon. All right, guys, I am back. This is many hours later. I am back in my room. It is now 9:30 p.m. and boy, it's been a crazy day. We've had a lot of fun and played a lot of games and really had a good day. So we'll run through it here a little bit. Dropped him off at the airport. I'm sorry, not at the airport, the post office, and there's a few casinos in that downtown area there. So I showed him around because I've been through all those a couple times now. So there were 3 that I wanted to show him, and we went through those. And actually, I don't even remember the name of the one, but man, it's not Kingpin or Whatpin, whatever it was. It's the one next to it. I have to look that up. Next to Pin, I made $4, and then we went to these other couple casinos and didn't find anything. And then there's a little tiny like bar across the street from these bigger casinos. And I didn't go there last time because it looked like it was like a one-room schoolhouse. It was so tiny. But he said, you never know. Sometimes the tiny places have good things. So we went in there and found a play there, and we split that one as well. That one took, I think it was like $3 a spin. It took like 5 spins to hit it, and we ended up ahead $190, which is $95 each. And then we went back to Horseshoe, and I don't remember what we split at the Horseshoe. Let me see, maybe I could look at these pictures real quick. Took a ton of pictures because we played a lot of games today. That's not Horseshoe. Okay, that's the bar. Oh yeah. Oh wait, that's the bar too. Okay, yeah. We played this game at Horseshoe, ended up hitting for like $500 on that one, and we ended up ahead 164 each. So we were ahead $328 on that one. And then I said, why don't we just go to Monarch, look around again? So we walked across to Monarch, and I said, I want to look at slots, but let's see if there's any seats available in poker first, and then if there's not, then we could, decide if we want to play it later or what we want to do. And he had heard that they had a Big O there. Big O is Omaha high-low and playing with 5 cards. So that's a pretty big game. It was a 5-5 game. Minimum buy-in is $200 with no max, which that makes sense because the max is going to be based on, pot. You can't get it to $1 million if you're not getting, Anyway, at that table there were like 4 old men and the 2 of us. And one guy had a tower of chips. It was like 200 chips tall. I'm sorry, $200 tall in nickels, and four wide, and like 10 or 14, probably 10 deep. So 10, that's 200. 200 times 10 is 2,000 times 4, right? Is that right? 200 times 10, yeah, times 4, yeah. So he had a lot of money sitting in front of him. And we're talking about just a 5-5 game. I mean, when you're talking about thousands and thousands like that, and it turns out that these guys all play together all the time. And it was like 7 p.m. or something. And they all get in there at 8 in the morning. And they said actually he might have been a little bit late today, like 10 o'clock this morning. And they just play together all day. And they clean out all these young kids coming in. And like everyone's got their hustle, man. These guys are making a couple $1,000s a day each, at least 1,000 a day, and all they have to do is sit there and talk to each other all day and enjoy their time together. In the old days when I was a kid, old people would play checkers and stuff and talk and hang out and all that, and now, they're sitting at the casino hanging out talking all day. But I had some interesting hands there. One in particular, and I have to develop my game even more. Um, and adding a high-low to it made it more difficult for me. I actually folded the nuts on one hand for the low, which is very unfortunate. Um, but I did have one hand where I flopped quad queens, and I checked. The guy checked. He was first to act, and I checked back. On the turn, he made it 90, and I should have just called it, but I went all in for like 50 more. Obviously, he would have put me all in when he's got 8,000, 7,000 in front of him. And he ended up folding, so I ended up saving him money by not doing that. So I should have just checked that one. Anyway, we played that for probably 40 minutes or so, and I ended up ahead 167 on that. My friend was ahead a similar amount as well. And then while we were at Monarch, we played a couple slots together, including the one that I told you I'd only played once, and I'd won a little bit, and then I lost a little bit. Well, I won a little bit again on it, another 100 on that one, and some other ones, including winning a major jackpot, which was $1,180.81. So no W2 on that one. And then, let's see. We ended up leaving Monarch, other than the Big O, which combined we won about 350. We each won another 615 at Monarch, so that's another $1,230 we won each. I mean combined there, 615 each. And then we went back to the Horseshoe, and we played. So at the Horseshoe, we were looking around, and I was going to. I was showing him a machine that he doesn't really understand. He took some pictures of it, and it's not a common game. It's on its way out. There's not that many left anyway. But then we went into the high limit room, and there was a girl in there playing this game that was a beatable game, and she was going from like $40 a spin. She had a couple thousand voucher, lost that, put more money in, was playing 15 a spin, lost that, started playing 750 a spin, lost that, and then she gets up to leave, and I'm like, she left a really good play at $15 a spin. Let's sit down. I'm starting to walk over to play. I look at it, and on the screen it says call attendant. So I think the ticket was jammed or something. I don't know. It was she either had $0 in there or almost zero in there, and so we waited for the attendant, and then I looked around the corner, and the girl was gone. She had been playing the machine next to it, which she ran out of money. That stupid Yeti game, that stupid thing. There's like three versions of it. One's a ghost, and one's a Yeti, and one's, I forget what the main one used to be, but it's all garbage. And it shows all this money building up on the screen, which is all baloney. So she'd been hammering that one for a while, and she had just gotten some money, and she ran out, went to get more money. My friend and I sat down, and I said, "Okay, you want to do this? Let's go." And he said, "Yeah." So we played that one through, and ended up hitting a jackpot on that one, which paid us 1,118. Yeah, it looks like my picture on the screen was wrong, but I'm sorry, 2,118. So 2,118 there, and the net on that one each was $818. So 818 each more. It's like 1750 or something. So 818 more on that one. And I have no clue where I am right now. Let me see. 1225, 1330, 23, 3230, 3590, 3590, 4,075, 3975, 4975, 5030, 5125, 5289, so 5290, 53, 54, 60, 56,075, 6895 approximately. That's a pretty nice day so far, but I'm tired. Been playing since early this morning. I ended the last episode and went immediately into this one. So lots of stories. I'm sure I'll think of more stuff to talk about, but right now I'm going to relax a little bit, get this money in order, these vouchers in order. I got to be out of here in the next 5 hours or so. So if we can get maybe 3 hours of play and then a couple hours of sleep and then get the heck out of Dodge, and hopefully, keep going in the right direction here. We went from okay to miserable to really good, and hopefully we continue the trend up, and we'll see. So you're all caught up right now, and I'll be back to update you soon. All right, guys, it's a little bit after midnight, so I'm just going to report what I've done up until now, and then we'll start the next one here. So I had 2 sessions. First one ended up losing exactly $50, and then second one lasted about an hour and 20 minutes back and forth and up and down, and ended up winning almost exactly $350. So minus 50 and then plus 350, and like I said, it's a little after midnight. I'm going to go over to Monarch and look around, take one more sweep, and decide what to do, and we'll be back to update you. You know what? Let's just do our segments here. What did you eat today, MW? Well, my friend and I went to a restaurant at Monarch, and I had a cheeseburger with no bun, and I had a side salad instead of the fries, and it was really good. Could have been better. I'd give it like a 9. I know I said it's really good, but at the same time, we went back later on to the same place, and I ended up ordering Kung Pao chicken with vegetables instead of rice, and they did an incredible job on those vegetables. I mean, they were so delicious, so good. I would give that a jack, an easy jack, on a scale of 2 through 8. The vegetables were cooked but crispy. There was a lot of them, and the chicken was well seasoned, tasted delicious, nice little sesame seeds on top, so really enjoyed that a lot. And thank you again to my friend for spending the day with me today. We had a great time. We made like $7,000 plus today, and it's like we really needed that day too. So what did you tip today, MW? Well, okay, so we won 2 jackpots and played some poker, almost won another jackpot. So the first jackpot, my friend gave them a 20. Second jackpot, I gave them a 20, so that's 20 each. So I tipped $20 on jackpots. And As far as poker, probably won around 10 hands or so. So $1 a piece. One of them was, I tipped $2, and so that's about $10 in tips there. So about 30 in tips. And what did you learn today, MW? I learned that every time you think you got things figured out, some new stuff comes along. And I was like in a deep, like, unhappy state 24 hours ago, 36 hours ago, and now things totally turned around and they're better. I didn't even release my episode yesterday yet, but I'll do that here in a little while. I'll release both. But overall, like I said, good day. And right now we are just going up the escalator into Monarch. I got everything cashed out right now at Horseshoe and everywhere else. And we're going to go in, see if we can make a little money. If you have any questions or comments, my email is mwusa21@gmail.com. mwusa21@gmail.com. See you next time.